right, that is the JDR GM0648, which is a fantastic little 12-hole chromatic harmonica, standard valved chromatic that I think really performs super well, and particularly for its price point. I don't think you can do much better, at least in my experience, for what that harmonica costs. But I did want to contrast it for those out there who are interested. These are very similar looking harmonicas, and I believe they sell for basically the same price or very close to it. But this is the Quartz. Same note layout. I think basically everything is the same about this harmonica, but it has a lot less valves. They've taken off a lot of valves, and I think done some adjustments with the gapping, or perhaps some other things that I don't know, to adjust for the fact that it is missing those valves. So the GM0648 feels and plays like a very nice standard chromatic. This, on the other hand, I'm finding very intriguing. So firstly, one of the main things that it allows is your diatonic style bending. You know, that's, you can bend on this guy. But it's a very different sound. And so this is very cool, especially for people who really like playing third position blues. You know, it gives you a lot of those sounds that you're used to from the diatonic harmonica. A couple other things that I really like about it, I've been kind of practicing on this harmonica, and because it doesn't have valves, it's a fantastic practice instrument. I don't have to worry about warming it up or the valves sticking or any. I mean, the valves, I think, are sort of the bane of every chromatic harmonica player's technical existence, the slide and the valves, you know. And this really gets rid of that. So as a practice instrument, even if you prefer the standard valved harmonica that you've developed your technique on, this is really useful. The other thing that I like about it is it's super responsive. And I don't know if that's due to not having valves or what, but basically those reeds just respond super quickly. I don't know if it's the gapping that they've done to compensate for not having valves and keeping it airtight and not too leaky, but this is a very humbling instrument for me to play. You know, basically any little inaccuracy where my air, you know, doesn't go exactly where you'd want it to. On the valved harmonica, I can get away with a lot of that stuff, and it, you know, maybe the air goes to that hole, but not enough to activate the reed. On this one, it goes much quicker. So I'm finding this a fantastic practice instrument for a few reasons. One, you know, no valves just makes it easy. Two, it's really affordable. I don't have to feel like I am practicing my best, most expensive harmonica. Three, it's super sensitive, so I find myself learning a lot about my own playing. And not only that, I think it's a wonderful expressive instrument that, as I've started to play it on gigs, you know, without those valves, I'm getting some sounds and some opportunities and some kind of musical expression and ideas I haven't had before. So check it out, but don't sleep on this. If you like the standard chromatic feel, the GM0648 is a wonderful instrument. And I don't think you can do too much better at that price point either. So great instruments, cost the same, very different experience.